Okay, so this is the main screen of Autodesk
All
Quantity.
section.
Okay, this is the main
Okay.
screen of Autodesk Quantity Takeoff software, and here the wall sections has been successfully imported. Okay, and
Okay.
this complete screen are known as GUI, right? This complete screen are known as GUI, that
G.
is the graphical user interface. Okay,
Okay.
so here this is the file, edit, view, takeoff. These are called that the menu bar. Okay, right?
Okay.
These are
Okay.
called that the menu bar,
Main bar.
and this is the toolbars. Okay, so here this is the tools, okay, and the zoom tools, and this is that the automatic takeoff tools. So we are discussed about in the previous class, that is that there are two types of takeoff tools.
Manual takeoff, automatic takeoff,
Yes, manual takeoff and
and
automatic.
automatic takeoff.
Okay, so we are import that the DWF files. So you can see that the manual takeoffs are highlighted on the screen. That is the, you can see that this is the single click linear takeoff. That is the area takeoff. That is the
Linear
count
takeoff.
takeoff, and this is the backout takeoff. Okay, and this is the automatic tools that is the deactivated at this time, because at a single
Only
time
one.
only one tools are activated on your screen, and this is the written, that is the pan. This is called that the conceptual tools. Okay, this is the conceptual tools,
Okay.
right? Okay, now after that what we have to do, then we have to first go on the window. Okay, and you have to in, import that the sum file, that is the, you have to check this the documents, so your documents part will be activated. Okay, so you
Section
can see
number.
that
Okay.
wall sections are showing the documents. Okay, after that again you have to go in the window, the tools will be also checked, the conceptual tools. If you uncheck that the tools, you can see that your tools will be deactivated from this screen. Okay, so you have
Okay.
to also check these tools. Okay, and you have to also click on the conceptual tools, because you have to select and pan another tools are activated at this time, so you have to use that the conceptual tools. Now we have to, another tool that we have to use in the window is Takeoff. Okay,
Take
that where we have to add that the various types of data. Okay,
data. Okay. Okay.
like you have seen that what are the data we have to enter. The bottom one, that is the foundation and concrete, right?
Foundation function. Okay.
This is the foundation plinth, this one also the plinth, and this is also the plinth. So there are three plinths are created in this wall sections, and this is the DPC. Okay, dam proof course.
Okay.
Okay, and after that the wall, that is the superstructure wall are created, and you can also add that the plaster, because when we are using that the wall, so we can give that the plaster on the both sides, right? So we have to
Okay.
use that the another. So what are the items we have to use? The first one, that is the foundation concrete, the second one
Foundation
foundation
concrete.
plinth, the third one DPC, the next one the wall, and the another one, that is the plaster. Okay, so
Plus.
all the data
Okay.
we have to add it in the Takeoff. Okay, after that again we have to go in the window, and one more options we have to add it, that is the workbook.
Workbook.
So these are the necessary data we have to activated on the screen. Okay, right?
Okay.
After that what we have to do, we have to go in the document. Before I started that project, we have to go for the every project, you have to do all this. Okay, you have to set that the unit and scales for the projects. Okay, so
Okay.
go to the unit and document, unit and scales. You have
Scales.
to select that the scale, that is the engineering. Okay, and you have to select that the drawing units, that is the centimeter. So use in the drawing units centimeter. Okay, and the sheet size scale is the published. Okay, and after that you have to apply, and okay, so these are the settings we have to done. Okay, now after that we have to add that the items in the takeoff tools. So this is the WBS. We have to all this items in the WBS. So what is the full form of WBS? Work breakdown structures. Okay, WBS stands for W
Work
for work
breakdown structures.
structures. Okay, work
Okay.
breakdown structures. Okay, right. Now
Okay.
after that what we have to do, this is the new group. If you want to create a group in items, then you have to use these options. And if you want to create that the items or elements, you have to go on these options. And if you
New
want to
items.
create that, then you have to go these options. So we have to create that the new item, that is the new element. So we have to click there. Okay, so first what we have to do, first we have to use foundation concrete,
Concrete. Okay.
right? We have added
Okay.
that foundations concrete. Okay, you can see that this is the foundations
Foundation
concrete.
concrete.
Okay, and what are the what we can find of this object? This is the rectangular in shape. Yes, right.
Total materials used
We
in
have
that
to
particular.
calculate that the area of this object, right?
Okay.
Okay, so we have to define that the type. So you can see that there is a undefined, that is the linear, area, volume and count. So we have to select that the area,
Area.
because we have to calculate that the area of,
Rectangular area. Rectangular.
yes, right,
That foundation concrete.
yes. Now we have to add that the another item, that is the foundation
Plinth.
plane. Okay, so what we have to found that, also we can find that the area of this plinth. Okay, so we have to also select that area in a type. Okay, now after that we have to add that the next one, that is the DPC, dam proof course.
Of course.
So what we can find of DPC, that is the length.
It's
No
only length.
yes,
Linear dimension.
yes, no any area are given that. Okay,
Area.
because from there up to we have to use that the plinth, and this is the DPC. So we have to select that the linear, because we have to
Linear.
calculate that the length, then we have to go on the linear option. Now the next one, that the next item, that is the wall. Okay, so what we found in the walls, we can also find that the area.
Yeah.
Yes,
Area.
so we have to also
Yes.
define that the type, that is the area. Okay, now
Area.
next item will be the plaster. So we have to add that plaster. Okay, so in that case we have to also calculate that the length in a plaster on a wall.
Plaster.
Yes or no, on the
Yes.
both sides. So in that case we have to also select that the linear option. Okay, right. So you can see that we have completed that the items in the plaster. Okay, right. So now we have to use that the takeoff tool. So we have to go on the single click. Then you can see that this is the single click linear takeoff.
Takeoff.
This is the polyline linear takeoff.
Outline.
If you are using that the polyline object, and this is the polyline rectangular linear takeoff, and this is the ellipse linear takeoff. Okay, and
Takeoff.
same we have to go in the area. This is the polyline area takeoff, this is the rectangular area takeoff, and this is the ellipse area takeoff. And count has only a single options, and you can go in the backout, that is the polyline backout, rectangular backout, ellipse backout, and that is the count backout.
Count back.
Okay, now one more thing, when you are going the takeoff tools, you want to calculate that the foundations concrete. So you have to see that the color will be matched for this object. Okay, but you can see that we have to go in the area. So go and click on the rectangular area takeoff, and now you can see that the both color has been matched. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, if this is not matched, it means that you have calculated that the wrong area. And now if you want to go on the calculate that the area, you can see that a white dot should be appear. Yes or no?
Yes,
White
sir.
whole dot. Okay, so if these options are so, it means that there is an end point of that rectangle will be displayed. Okay, if
Okay.
you can see that this is one circle that is in the fill circle, that is the red circle. Okay, and one circle that is the white circle. Okay, so you have to use that for the end region, that is the white circle, and then you can display on the both side. You have to same, when the white circle will display, then you have to put that the cursor.
Okay.
So you can see that we have calculated that the foundations concrete the area. What is the area it will be display? that is the foundation concrete. Okay,
0.24 meter square.
that is the 0.24 meter square.
Square.
Okay, right? So it will be calculated in the meter. Now, if you want to change that the opacity of this object, so you can go there and you can change that the opacity. That is the how much you can dark and light you can show by the opacity. Okay, if you want to show in the light format, you can go in the opacity in the light. Okay, like this. Okay, if you want to show that the hash, that is the concrete. Okay, so if you want to show that the concrete hatching, so all the AutoCAD's format are available there. You can see that all the hatchings are available. So you want to go in the concrete hatching, then select and then apply, and then okay, you can see that the concrete hatching will be displayed. Yes or no? If there is an angle required in the hatching, then you can provide that. And this is the scales. How much scales you want to show? That is the 200. So it will be display more flexible. Okay, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Okay.
Clear? Okay.
Yes.
So by this way, we can calculate that the foundations concrete, and you can open this one, and you can see that when you go through this one, okay. So you can see that if you are going on the this, so after that the scale there is no any options will be available. Okay, right? But when you go on this option, then you can see that the text color, the
Text
size
color.
are also available. So if you want to change that the text color, okay, if you want to change that the color of text, so you can change from there also. Okay, like this you can
Okay.
change that the color. Okay, right?
Okay.
So as per your requirement, you can change that the color. If you want to change that the size, that is the increase for 8 point, 2 point, okay, like 2 point, that is the number will be 1 to 72. Okay, right? So you have to
Okay.
change this one, right? So you understood how to calculate that the foundations concrete. Okay, now go to the another options.
Foundation.
Okay, the next one, that is the foundations
Foundation.
length.
Length.
Okay, so we have to select this one and then go to the again rectangle area takeoff.
Area takeoff.
Okay, now you can see that here is the white circle, so
Yes.
display, then you have to display, and you have to not go from these options, because from this the concrete will start. Yes, so we have
Yes.
to put up to there, but you can see that at the end we are reached, but there is no any white circular form. Yes or no? So
Yes.
what we have to do, we have to do up to the half portions, we have to put there, and after that what we have to do, then go to the these options again, select this option, and you have to select that the center node, center circle. Okay, select, and you have to move either left or right slowly. Okay, you have to move like this, and you can see that a white dot circle will display,
Yes.
and it stops that circle. Okay, cursor will be stopped at there for some time, then you have to put there. Okay, so this is the exact area we have to calculate it for the foundations length. Okay,
Okay.
before that we have calculated that the area, but that is not the exact and accurate area we have calculated, but at that time we have calculated that the accurate area, right? You
Okay.
understood? Now we have to again do that. This is also the foundations plane. So again you have to click that the rectangular area, and then again we have to do same options, because at that end there is no any white circular display. Okay, so we have to put up to the half portions. Okay, and after that we have to go there. Okay, use that the escape command, and again escape, select this one, and then go to the options, this one. Okay, and you have to move like this. You can see that the white circle again, so yes,
Yes.
then put there. This is the area we have calculated. Again we have to go on the rectangular area takeoff, But before that, we have to select that the foundation plinth, and then click on the area, and now we have to calculate this area. Okay, you can see that your foundation plinth area will be increased 0.2, and when we add this one, you can see that it will be increased. Yes, right.
Okay.
After that,
Yes,
again we
sir.
have to make this one. From there, we have to select like this. We have to move slowly, and then a white circle dot will be display. Right?
Okay, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
We want to change this color, that is the green color we have to represent, and in this color we want to represent. Okay. This one also we have to represent this color. The all to display in this color. Okay, right. Now
Okay.
on the same we want that the hatching. What we have to do, now we hatch that part in the plane. Okay, so you can see that this is the another hatching part. Okay, right. So you can see that for the both items we have calculated that the area. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the next one, that is the, and when you open this the DPC, so the foundation plinth, you can see that we calculated plinth 1, plinth 2, and plinth
And three.
3.
Three.
Right. Okay. Now close these options. Now go to the DPC options, and in that case we have to calculate that the length. Then you have to go in the single click what
Linear takeoff.
takeoff. Okay, and then you have to go, and you can see that there is a brown line will be displayed. Yes or no? But it will be displayed at this part, not completely. So then we have to, what we have to do, then go either this side and go either this side. Then you can see that a brown line will display on
Yes,
the
sir.
complete line. Yes. Then after that, what we have to do, then we
Yes,
have
sir.
to
Yes, sir.
click there. Okay. So DPC will be displayed. Okay. What is the length of DPC? 0.4 meter. Yes. Right.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Now the next one, another one, that is the component we have to use, that is the wall. Okay.
Wow.
So again we have to calculate that in the case of wall, that is the area. Yes. So what we have to do, again we have to go in the wall, and then you have to go in the rectangular area takeoff. You can see that the both color will be matched, and now we have to calculate that the area from there to there. Okay, so we have to put that at a half portions, and after that what we have to do, we have to go on the mid section. Okay, and now after that we have to move like this, and you can see that a white dot will be displayed. Yes,
Okay,
right.
sir. Yes.
Click OK, and now you can hatch that the brick wall in this case. Okay, the brick wall, apply and OK, right.
Okay, sir.
Now the next items will be the plasters. So we have to go in the plaster. What we have to do? Linear.
Linear.
Have to go in the single click, linear takeoff. So plaster will be on the both side. Then click on this side wall, and then click on this side of wall.
Yes, sir.
Right. The plaster 1 and plaster 2 has been created. You can see that in items there are two plasters are created. Right.
Yes.
So you can see that your all items will be displayed there. Okay, DPC, foundations concrete, foundation paint, plaster,
Master. Wow.
okay, and the wall.
Yeah.
So any problems, any doubts in these options?
No, sir.
No.
Sir, but while we are making foundation concrete, or we only do calculations in metric cube like length, breadth, and depth.
Yes, yes. Because you have a various types of sections when you calculate that the quantity or material or cost. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why we are working on the different types of projects. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Suppose that
Okay.
if there is a wall section, then how can you calculate? because you have to calculate on the wall sections how to utilize that the cost if you are using from the foundation concrete to the complete walls. What is the cost of the structures by with plasters? Okay,
Okay.
so in that case we are using that is the sections of wall. Okay,
Okay. Okay, sir.
now what we have to do, then go to the again Takeoff. Okay, now go
Okay.
on the first same foundations and concrete, then take a right click on this option and then go to the properties.
Okay.
Okay, then go to the
Proper.
properties. So what we have to define, now we have to calculate that the volume, then we can calculate that the quantity, yes or no,
Yes,
and
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
cost. So here is the options, that is the, because we are calculating that the area, so we have to specify that the thickness. So we are using that the thickness of foundations concrete, that is the 6 meter. Okay,
6
so
meter. Okay.
okay, after that we have to go on the cost data.
Cost data.
Okay, so now the first quantity we have calculated that the area, yes or no.
Area. Yes.
So now we have to calculate that the second quantity, that is the volume.
Volume.
Okay, when we multiply with the thickness, then we calculate that the volume, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now if you want to specify that the material cost, suppose we are using that the 1000 per cubic volume. Okay, the material cost. Okay, so you can justify that the market rate, and we have to specify that by the volume. Okay, same the labor cost we will define. Okay,
Okay.
that is the 300 per cubic. Okay,
Okay.
same we have to utilize that the subcontractor cost, the equipment cost. Okay, and after that you have to apply and then click OK. But you can see that in the workbook there is no any volume, material cost and the labor cost, all these are justified, yes or no.
Yes,
So
sir.
what we have to do, then again you have to take a right click on there and you have to uncheck that the remarks. Okay, and then you have to specify that the quantity second. So you can see that the foundations and concrete, the volumes are calculated. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes.
if you want to use that the material cost, then
Material
unit
cost.
cost, that is the 1000. So it will multiply and that it calculated that the cost.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
now the labor cost you can justify by the unit 300. Okay,
Okay.
rupees, and finally you can use that the total cost. If there is a subcontractor cost and equipment cost, then you can
Equipment cost.
also justify this one. And if you are using that according to the time, suppose the labor had work today, that is the 6 hours or 4 hours, then you can also define that the times. So according to the time you can calculate that the cost.
Cost.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
right. Now in the same we have to go in the foundations plinth. Again you have to take a right click and then click on the properties,
Properties.
and again we have to
Thickness.
specify that the thickness, that is the 6 meter, right.
6 meter. Okay.
Okay, and the cost data same we have to
Data.
calculate
Okay.
that the volume, and we again specify that the same. You only specify that the market rate value. Okay, I just take
Okay.
a example. Okay, so
Okay.
300 by same by the volume, and then apply and then okay. You can see that foundation splint are also calculated. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now same
Yes, sir.
we have to use for the DPC. So go to the property. So here are two options, that is the height and thickness are available. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
what we have to do, in the height we have to apply, yes or no, or
Yes, sir.
thickness, what is the second parameters we have to use, the thickness or height?
Thickness. I think thickness. DPC.
DPC thickness.
Yes, sir. DPC mentioned in thickness.
We can use that the depth, no, because we are taking that the length, then we have to use that the depth or height of DPC. Okay, so we can use
Okay.
that again 6 meter. Okay, and then go to the cost data, then second quantity we have to calculate that the area, because the first
Area.
quantity is the length, and then
Length.
we have to specify that the material cost, that is the 500 per, and the labor cost, that is the 150. Okay,
150. Okay.
and then apply. I just taking that the normal value. Okay, you can see that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, right.
Okay.
So you can see that the second quantity will be calculated. Now again you have to go in the wall. So go to the property. So what is the thickness of wall we have to use? That is a 0.23 meters. That is a 9-inch.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
Okay.
Manage wall.
Now go to the cost data. Same we have to calculate that the second quantity, that is the volume. Now the material cost for the brick, we have calculated that the 500 according to the volume, and same 300 according to the volume, the labor cost, and then we apply, and then okay, you can see that the wall calculated, the foundations concrete calculated, length calculated, and BPC calculated. So only one thing are available, that is the plaster. Okay.
Plaster.
So again we have to go in the plaster, and then again you have to take the right click and then go to the properties. In that case again we have to use that the height. Okay.
Okay.
Clear? So
Okay.
because in that case okay, so again in the same we are calculating that the height of plasters or depth of plaster. So we are using that the height will be same, the 6 meter we are taking. Okay, then what we have to do, then cost data, then the second quantity, that is the volume. Okay, and the material cost we are using that the 500 as per volume. Sorry, we have to use that the area.
Length.
Okay, we are using that area because the first one, that is the length. So you have to see all this. Okay, if there is a mistake, then all things are will be, we have to revise. Okay,
entirely done.
Okay, then we have to use, that is the area. Okay, now we have to apply, and then okay, you can see that. Yes or no?
Sir.
So like this we have to calculate that the all quantity. Okay, so what is the total cost, we have to calculate it there. Okay, yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but when we are using that the plasters, I think we have to use that the 12 mm to 30 mm, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why it will be cost higher. So we have to use that. That is the properties. We have to use 0.3 meter. Okay, 30 mm will be
25 to 30 mm. Yes.
Yes, 12 mm to 30 mm we are using on the plasters. Yes.
Yes.
Right. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Maximum 25 to 25.
Okay. So we have to apply, and then okay. Okay. So now it will be calculated. Okay. Fine.
Okay, sir.
So any doubts?
No, sir. To this no doubt.
Okay. So you can do practice on that. Okay. So tomorrow we will focus on another topic. Okay. And in this way, the syllabus will be very short for QTO. So up to the Friday.
Only huge practicing only we can.
Yes. Yes. This is mostly a practice session. Okay?
Practice.
Yes. Okay.